There's a real reality and a fake reality out there. If you ignore the real reality, there really is a chance you could get hurt. But if you ignore that fake reality, you will become unstoppable. Look, I know you're saying, Robert, what are you talking about? This real reality, fake reality stuff is giving me a headache. But look, I'll explain it. So let's get at it. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the Legacy Gentleman YouTube channel. The Allegory of the Cave tells a story about lifelong prisoners. They were chained up and unable to move except to look at the shadows on the wall. These prisoners would see these shadows and interpret them about what was going on in the world behind them. And they used to debate each other about what was actually happening. Was it a horse? Was it a wagon? Was it a person? And then that's really how they spent a lot of their day. But they didn't know that their cave that they were a prisoner in was cut off totally from the world. See, what was actually happening is that there was a bunch of puppet masters behind them, and they would create these shadows really just for the heck of it. Like those prisoners, our lives are filled with a bunch of fake realities. And if we disconnect ourselves from these fake realities, our life will absolutely be better. So I'm going to go over 4 illusions that we see every day that we really need to disconnect from. The first illusion is the illusion of name days. Just think about it. There is really no reason for Monday through Friday to be any different than Saturday and Sunday. But we actually think they are. We think that this weekend happens and then that's something that's better than Monday or Tuesday. But think about it. As humans, we're the only ones on earth that actually even believe in name days. Your dogs and your cats, they don't care about name days. It really means nothing to them. But there's a reason for that. We have name days because people who used to own businesses and factories really wanted to convince you that your precious time, your life, is segregated into time you're supposed to work and time you're supposed to play. But you know what? This is a social control that they have on our lives that there is really no need for. Once you break that you're supposed to work through this time of the day and only play through this time of the day, you will be able to free yourself to accomplish much more, and you'll be able to accomplish without bounds and live like a lot of people really want to live. There are people who make $30 a day and people who are worth millions of dollars that'll tell you there's no difference from Monday to Saturday to Sunday. Hey, every day for me is Saturday, because they've structured their life in a way that there is no need for this control of fake name days. The next illusion is that you can get fulfillment through stuff. As we all know, this is just that lie that consumption of things will help bring you happiness, fulfillment. That's really not truth at all. No consumption or buying stuff will ever make you happy. But on the other hand, if you live a life that adds value to other people's life and actually create something that they want and affect other people's lives, then you have the real possibility of, if nothing else, adding wealth to your life, but possibly even fulfillment if you're doing the right things. Here's the next big fake, and that is that money has value. Don't believe that money doesn't really have value? Well, ask somebody in Zimbabwe or Venezuela about their money. In fact, if you're an American, ask people who believed in the Confederate how much their money is worth now. That's because, look, the only value that money or really anything has is what people are willing to exchange for it. You know what? If everybody decides your country's money is worthless, then you know what? It's worthless. See, money, yes, your money and my money, is just another one of those shadows on the cave wall. What you really want to do to actually ensure you're doing something that has time-tested value is what I've recommended before. Go out in the world and solve some problems. And when you're solving people's problems, they are going to exchange something of value for it. So that's what we need to be looking at for real value. And the last fake reality is freedom. Obviously, I'm from America, and I know a lot of us here think that freedom is a real thing, even though if you ask, most people cannot even define freedom. Usually what you'll get is a list of some things you think you're entitled to. But look, as an individual, we all know that it only takes an accusation for you to lose your freedom. Or as a group of us, it only takes a bunch of other people to decide that you don't have freedom that you want. And that's how quickly your freedom can go away. Freedom, absolute freedom, is an illusion. And it's only going to be granted as long as people want to hold on to that freedom and grant it to people in different groups. Sorry to say that. Look, I understand that changing your mind about these things will be a dramatic shift in your mindset, but I promise you, this is the mindset of people who work without limits, who achieve without limits. These social constructs don't even prove to be real in their life, so they can work and achieve past it. After that mind shift, you'll become different. And when you're different, you act different. And you do things that are different. And that difference will draw people to you. Some of those people, they'll be haters. Some of them will be fans. But none of them will be able to ignore you. So that's what you should be doing. Be different, think different. And that's our task. So let's make that happen. And gentlemen, thank you for taking this mind exercise with me. I hope that you can really apply some of these principles to help break those chains that are holding you back. And if this video provokes some thought, please like it and tell somebody else about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.